welcome to my channel. And like you guys saw in the title, I am going to be cooking again, and I'm going to be doing it solo. So today we're making, I don't know what you would call it, but it's basically a shrimp Cajun spice package. I don't know if anybody in America has been to boiling crab. It's kind of like that, where it's got the shrimp, the corn and the potatoes, and it's a little spicy with the Cajun spice on it. So that's what I'm going to be making today. So let me get through the ingredients. So first of all, you're going to need some oil. Then of course you're going to need, the star ingredient is your Cajun spice. This is optional, the red chili flakes. We like red chili flakes because we like a little bit more spicy, so we add those in it. You're going to get 2 lemons. This is rice. I have it in the container here. So you will need, this is going to serve about 3 people, what I'm making today. So if you have more guests, then just add more to it. So this will serve 3. So I'm going to need about a cup of rice. Then of course you're going to need shrimp. I've got about a pound of shrimp here. I've already descaled them. I've already washed them, and then you got to dry them, towel dry them. And then you're going to need a little bag of potatoes. I just got these ones because I like the variation in color. It just looks cool. Then you're going to need about 1 or 2 corns like this, whole corns. We're going to be cutting them up. And then you're going to need some foil because we're going to be putting the ingredients into the foil. And then also what people like to add, which I unfortunately forgot to get, was sausage. So you can get any sausage. We usually like the jalapeno sausage that we cut up and we put in. But what I do know that we have, yesterday I barbecued and I grilled some steak. So swapping the sausage for the steak, I'm going to be cutting up the steak and adding it to it. So I'll show you that in a bit. Okay, so first thing first is we're going to put the oven on. I'm going to preheat the oven at 400 degrees and then prep our ingredients. Alrighty guys, so I went and put the oven on. I've got it on 400 degrees to preheat it. Now I'm not at my house, I'm house sitting, so I don't have my steamer to do my rice. So I'm going to be putting this onto the stove. So let's get it hot over here. Just one of these. I'm going to fill it up with water. Alrighty guys, so I'm putting this stove on over here, like so, and then I'm going to need 1 cup of rice because it's just my husband and I, and it usually makes about 3 meals, so we'll have an extra meal for later if we get hungry later again. So just adding my 1 cup of rice. Oopsie. Okay, so I got 1 cup of rice and I've got 2 cups of water in here. So usually that's the thumb rule, 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. I'm going to do that like that and let that cook. Alrighty, so then the next step would be to marinate your prawns over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of oil on them like that. I'm going to take my Cajun spice and add the Cajun spice to it. And then I am going to add my chili flakes, like so. We like it a little spicy, so I'm going to add quite a lot. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just mix that in like that, just using one hand. I'm going to add some more. I haven't touched it with this, so I'm just going to add some more. So that's what it's looking like. And now what you're going to do is you're going to put this in the refrigerator while we prepare the other ingredients. Alrighty guys, so the next step would be to do your potatoes and your corn. So what I've gone and done is, if you can see here, there is a pot full of water at the bottom. I'm going to be cutting the potatoes, I'll show you now, and I'm going to put them in the water so that they can boil, and then I'm going to be checking up on them and poking them with a fork to see if they're ready. And then on top of that, which is really cool, is this pot. I'm not sure if you can see, it has actual holes in the bottom. So this is like a steaming pot that sits on top of it, so the steam would come up from the bottom pan and into this pan, and then it will steam my corn. So I'm going to put this on here and put, whoopsie, the wrong, put this on about a medium heat and let that water boil. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your potatoes, just cut this bag open like that. Okay, so you're going to take your potato, you're going to cut it in half, and then you're going to cut it in half again, like so. So you can see here I've got them in little pieces. So you're going to do that with quite a few of them. I'm not sure how many you will need, but just let me see. I've cut up 3 so far. Cut it half and then cut it half again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see if that's enough. Make sure this is not overboiling. Just put my rice on low now because the water's boiling. Okay, so far I've cut 12 baby potatoes, so let's see how that goes. And then now what we've got to do is put that into the water. It's not boiling yet, so I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Let me put the potatoes on a plate in the meantime. There we go. So my plate of baby potatoes, and it looks so pretty. It looks really nice and colorful with like the purple, the kind of like pinkish reddish one, and then your normal little baby potato. So let's put that aside. And then next you're going to do your corn. So I got the whole ones. If you can find the baby ones, that's great. If you like to just eat the small ones, but I know that my husband likes to chew on it like that. So I bought these big ones. Now these are really hard to cut. So what my sister-in-law actually showed me the one time is just to grab it and then break it. So go towards the end because we need smaller pieces like that, and just break it like that. It's easy at the end, but when it gets to this, it's a little hard. So you really got to put your muscles into it. Let's see. Let's see if I can cut a little bit, and hopefully it breaks down that. Oh, kind of smushing the other ones, but let's see if that helped. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. That helped a little bit. So it helps if you go towards the end, you just like bang your knife into it, and it creates that like breaking point. Okay, now we're going to do the same for this other one. This recipe is actually pretty simple. It's not very complicated. Like, you don't need a lot of spices and a lot of ingredients. These are pretty available at your local store. Okay, so let's see if I can break this one on here. Got it. Okay, and then break this one in half. I'm gonna try cut a little bit of that to make a breaking point. Let's see where it was. Okay. Got it. Woo, that is a workout. Okay, perfect. So I've got my corn done and I've got my potatoes done. So what I'm gonna do is check on the water. Another piece of corn. Okay, Okay, the water is starting to boil, and let's see the rice. The rice is boiling, it's getting there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait another 2 to 5 minutes until the water is boiling for the potatoes, and then I'm going to chuck the potatoes in, and I'll show you when I put the corn in as well. Alrighty guys, so the water is now bubbling. I don't know if you could see the steam coming out of the pot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put this aside here, and I'm going to add my potatoes that I cut up into the water like that. And then I'm just going to let those boil. I will keep a time on. I'm not sure how long these will take, but what you usually do is you take a fork and you poke it with the fork to see if it's done or not. So let me let that boil. I'll keep an eye on the time, and then I'm going to put the steaming pot back on and take the lid off. Can you feel the steam coming out the top there, which is great. I love this 2-in-1 pot. And I'm going to put the corn in here like that, just to get these steamed, and I'm going to let that steam as well. So let me keep an eye on the time, and I will let you know how long it takes to boil. Okay guys, so I'm back and I checked the time, and it's been about 10 minutes now. So what you want to do is take your fork and stab the potato, and if the potato sticks on your fork and it stays there, then that means it's not ready. If you stab the potato and it slides off the fork, that means it is ready, and it is ready. So it's been about 10 to 11 minutes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drain the potatoes, and I think I'll leave the corn on. Let's see, this is a little hot. Let me grab a towel, a kitchen towel. Okay, it's a little hot. Let's see. Oh, the corn is nearly there. I think the corn needs a little bit longer. So I'm going to drain the potatoes, and I'm going to still let the corn cook a little bit longer. So guys, I have drained the potatoes. They're busy draining in the sink. So what you want to do is you want to rinse them quickly with some cold water to stop the process of it continuing to cook, because you don't want them to be smushy. So let me do that now. Oh, what I love about this sink is because we're house sitting, you don't even have to turn the tap on. You're just going to wave your hand. So I'm going to do it. I don't know if you can see from there, but I'll do it. So look here. You just wave your hand. How cool? And then wave it again to switch it off. Hopefully you guys were able to see it from there. I know it's a little far, but being a designer, I like those little touches. So I'm just going to put this on a plate, and I'm going to let the potatoes continue to drain. So in the meantime, while the corn is still cooking, I'm going to cut one of the lemons. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut them into thin slices. So when we put all the ingredients into one bag, it's going to have some lemon slices on top. So just cut that end off, and they don't have to be too thick or too thin. So just lime slices like that. Let me just cut a few more. So each bag probably will have about 3. So if I'm doing 3 bags, it's gonna have 9. So that's probably 1 whole lime. Like that. And another one. Okay, I've got my lime slices. These are just the ends, so I'm going to put these in the compost. Love composting. Okay, and I'm going to put these limes on the plate over here just to put them aside. Some seeds over here. Okay, so then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the other lime, and I'm going to just use half of this. Whoopsie. So you're going to cut it in half, and then you're going to cut it in half again, and then you're going to cut these little pieces in half again. So we're only using half a lime, and you'll get 4 little pieces like that in there. And we're just going to put this aside because we're just going to give the package a quick squeeze on top. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. Okay. Then the next step I was telling you about is I did these, I barbecued these kebabs yesterday and we didn't finish it. So instead of putting a sausage that I actually forgot, I'm going to cut up these pieces of steak from the kebab. So I'm just going to cut these into thin slices, like so. Okay, so I got one, so I got maybe a few pieces like that. I'm going to cut another one because that's not enough. And these have been cooked already, so I don't need to cook these. And the shrimp we actually don't need to pre-cook like what we've done with all of this other stuff, because it just works off the steam inside the package. So it will cook that way, and it's so quick. Literally when I put it in the package, I believe it takes about 10 minutes to cook. So it's really quick. Okay, so I used like 3 little, let's see, maybe I should use all of them. Okay, so there's only one piece of steak I have left. I might not put all of it in, but I'm just going to cut it up just in case. I can use all of it. I don't like to waste food, so I can always eat it later, which is fine. Okay, so if you had sausage, like the sausage I forgot, then you would pre-cook the sausage and then you would cut them up kind of like how I did with these lemons, into thin slices like that. So here we go. So I've got my steak on the board and I've got my lime pieces I'm going to squeeze. So I'm going to put this aside like that, and I'm going to take this and put it in the sink. Okay, so I think the corn is pretty much done, so I'm going to turn off the corn. It's also going to cook in the package a little bit as well, because what the package does, it steams it. Okay, so this is the fun part, is to put all of this stuff together. So I've got my baking tray over here. The oven has beeped already, so it's telling me it's ready. And what you're going to do is you're going to get your shrimp. I've got my shrimp. Hang on 1 second. Here's my shrimp that's been in the refrigerator. And then what we're going to do is we are going to take the foil and we're going to make, let's see, how big do we need it? Like maybe about that piece, size of a piece. Not sure what that would be. You know, just a big square piece like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take some of your potatoes. Let me grab a spoon in case they're a little warm still. Let's see. So you're going to take your potato. What else did I have? Okay. Take your potatoes. Just put a few like that on the sheet. Then you're going to take your steak. You're going to put a few pieces of steak like that on top of the potato. Then you're going to take, then you're going to put a little bit of oil on top of that. Then you're going to put a little bit more Cajun spice on top of that. Then you're going to take some of your, what is this, chili flakes. This is optional. Okay, like that. Then I need the corn. So I'm going to grab 1 piece of corn. Let me see where my fork is. Let me grab a fork, because I do not want to burn myself. Here's my tea towel. This is almost done. It's pretty much done. Let me, you know what, I'm just going to grab it with the tea towel. It's clean tea towel. So you're going to chuck on your corn like that, in the center like that. And then you're going to put a little bit, I forgot to put the Cajun spice on the corn, like that, and a little bit of oil on the corn. Maybe some more chili flakes. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to grab your shrimp. And your shrimp hasn't been cooked, it's still raw. And then you just put a few pieces of shrimp on like that. Piece of the corn is still there. Okay, I think that's enough shrimp for this one, maybe one more. Come on, get off there, shrimp. Perfect. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your squeeze of lime. Hopefully you guys can see. What I'll do is the second package that I make, I'll put the camera zoomed on the food. So then you're going to take your squeeze of lemon, I keep saying lime. And you're going to squeeze that on top, making sure you don't get any seeds in it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then you're going to take your lime pieces and you're just going to put 3 slices on it, like that. Got some lime on my fingers. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to grab your package and you're going to pull it up like that. All the corners like that on the sides, and then you're going to pinch it real tight and make a little package, because you don't really want the air to escape out of it, because then it's not going to steam properly. So basically you have a package like that. So let me get the camera and I'm going to zoom it in a little bit more down on here so you guys can see me make the second package, and then we'll put it in the oven. Alrighty, so here we go. So I'm going to do the second package. You're going to pull a piece about that big, like that. Then you're going to get some of your potato and put your potato in the center like that. And then you're going to grab some of your steak, like that. Again, you can use sausage, which most people use for this recipe. And then you're going to grab a little bit of your oil. You're going to put a little bit of that oil on top like that. You're going to put some of your Cajun spices on top like that. Your chili flakes, like that. Then I'm going to grab a corn and put that right on top, like so. Make sure everything stays pretty much in the center. Make a little mountain of it. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit of oil on the corn. So just so the Cajun spice can stick to it. Put Cajun on it. Maybe some more chili flakes, like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some prawns on top of it, like that. One more, like this. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 6. Okay, one more, like that. And then what you're going to do is take your little squeeze of lemon. I keep saying lime. Squeeze of lemon, like that. Make sure you don't get any seeds on it. Squeeze. And then you're going to take your lemon slices and you're going to put on top like that. Dry my hands. And then again, you're going to pick up each side like that, like a little package. Like that. And then you're going to bring everything in and scrunch it in and make sure there's no air coming through, like that. And just squeeze it, like so. Okay. I'm going to do the other one. I'll put in fast motion because I said this makes for 3 packages. So here it goes. Alrighty guys, so as you saw, I made my 3 packages. I'm going to be putting it in the oven right now at 400 degrees, and I believe it's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes. I think it was 15 last time. I'll definitely let you know once I'm done, or I'll put it on the screen. But yep, let's put this in right now. Alrighty guys, so I just took them out with the spatula like that, because these are very hot, so please be careful when you're doing that. And when you open them, the steam comes out a bit, so please be careful when you open them as well. So the next step, which is the last step, is to put your steamed rice on here, and then to open a package, and then to put the package on top. So I'm going to do that. So here is the steamed rice from earlier. It came out nice and fluffy, so that'll be mine, and this will be Jesus's. So he likes a lot more steamed rice, so I'm going to put quite a bit like that. Oopsie daisy, making a mess. Okay. Alrighty, so you got your steamed rice like that, and then you open up your packages without burning yourself. And basically what you do, I don't know a better way to do it, but I just basically just pour the juices on top, because that's going to have the juices from the lemon and the meat. And there we go. So that's that one, that's my one. All this delicious prawns on here, shrimp, and then this one can be Jesus's without burning myself. I'm just gonna take that, and I'm gonna, ooh, that was really hot. Throw that on top. All the juices. Let me just fix it, because now I'm gonna make a mess of it. So here's the lemon, the steak, the shrimp, like that. Just trying to make it look a little prettier. That is very warm. And there we go. Just rinse my hand, because my hands were dirty. But that's basically, look how delicious that looks. Alrighty guys, so that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and like I said, there's a third one, so I'm just gonna let that cool down for later, and if we get hungry later we can always share that one. But I have made this before. I actually put it on my TikTok, so if you guys want a quick version of this, just head over to my TikTok. I'll leave it, my TikTok handle listed down below. So it was super tasty, and Jesus, my husband, really enjoyed it. So I thought I'd make it for you guys. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys have done this before, or if you're going to make it. And please, could you give this video a big thumbs up, and if you could support my channel and subscribe down below, I would honestly appreciate that very much. And I will see you guys in the next one. Adios.